Hey Froggy friends, Kirostyle here, welcome back to Hades 2. Thank you so much for joining me here on stream. CB, welcome in, congratulations on being first. And Aru, welcome. Hope you guys are all doing well today. We are back playing Hades 2 and very close to the true ending. We're gonna do the true ending today. Actually, we're like right on the front doorstep of the true ending. Last time on stream, we casted the spell called Disintegration of Monstrosity, which allowed us to destroy Typhon for good. When we got back to the crossroads, our next step was to cast another spell called Dissolution of Time, and that would let us kill Kronos for good. Now, my original plan was before we cast the Dissolution of Time, I was going to do one more run up Olympus and one more run down in the underworld just to see if there was any special dialogue that was easily missable, just to see. Kind of like how before the Disintegration of Monstrosity, we climbed Mount Olympus to see if there was an extra dialogue for doing a 5th run of Olympus before casting Disintegration of Monstrosity. Turns out there was dialogue. Turns out it was also inconsequential, which is what I figured it would be, but it was also dialogue that most people haven't seen. However, when we got back to the crossroads after killing Typhon, they wouldn't let me leave the crossroads until I cast the Dissolution of Time. They literally would not let me pass between this map and this map without casting the Dissolution of Time. Which means there is no special dialogue for going up Olympus one more time or down into Underworld one more time before fighting Kronos. In fact, it won't even let us go up onto Olympus. The way is sealed.
Can't do it.
Which, story-wise, it makes sense. But I kind of wish that I went and did another clear of the Underworld before we cast the Disintegration of Monstrosity. If we did a 9th clear of Kronos before we killed Typhon for good, just to see if there was any special dialogue. I was curious if Melanoe still goes into Zagreus' chambers after that kill, what he would say, probably some inconsequential filler dialogue, but also, like, how would that conversation go? But I guess we'll never know now, which is okay. I was just a little curious, but that's alright. Yeah, and today everyone's Twitch recaps came out today. Thank you so much for all your support for the last year, and for all of you who have me in your top watch streamers, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you guys coming and watching me play games. As for me, it's kind of funny. Kieran keeps teasing me for it, but like my top streamed category was the 100 line. I knew that playthrough was long. I didn't realize it was my longest playthrough of the year. I guess it makes sense. Not too many of my series this year went over 20 streams. And most of the time I stream like niche JRPG games, so most of the time whatever categories I have as the most streamed, I'm in the top 10% because not very many people stream it. So 100 Line is my most streamed game, followed by Resonance of Fate, which is weird because I streamed Resonance of Fate in December 2024. So Twitch recap happens at the beginning of December. So technically my second most streamed game wasn't even in 2025. I didn't think I streamed Resonance of Fate that much, but I guess it turns out that I did. Oh, you know why? It's because I did a grinding stream for that game to get ready for the post-game dungeon. I did a grinding... Actually, I think I did 2 grinding streams for that series that were not archived VODs. That's probably what pushed it over. Wow. I thought that maybe Tales of Exilio would be one of my top ones, but I think it was because we finished it recently. Also, because I still haven't done Mila's route. That might be why. Yes, let's get going. We're going to do the Dissolution of Time. We're going to kill Kronos for good. We're going to see the ending, and then I'll talk about the game. And then we'll do a couple extra post-game runs after that. Although I'll probably, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll probably put those post-game runs in a separate video just to make it easier for you guys. So, right now...
Not now.
The black jacket is glowing. But because this is like our final, quote-unquote, final battle with Kronos, I want to use my favorite weapons. So we're going to use the Sister Blades. I'm not going to turn the difficulty up too much because I want this to be a kind of lax run.
The Testament of Night.
I'm gonna keep the Vow of Shadow up because we do need to kill more of these things to add to our book. Actually, let me see how far we are on that one. Which one is this? Where? Oh, this is the Vow of Fangs. Wait, is that the one? I thought it was the Vow of Shadow. Oh, this one's Vow of Fangs. I thought I had one for Vow of Shadow. Maybe it's just not here yet.
If I'm to serve the night, I would know her will.
Yeah, so the Vow of Fangs is this one, when enemies get perks for having armor.
The veil of darkness spreads.
Do the shadow enemies not appear? Oh yeah, they do. See, look, Shadow Spiller. Oh no. Do they not register the shadow enemies in my book? Have I been doing this for nothing? That very well could be. Maybe so. Oh well, I still want to do it anyways, because I feel like I want to show off some of these new enemies. Even if they don't get recorded here. Hey Sai, and Rainvelt, and Angora, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's get going. Actually, you know, I'll bring Freenos for this one. I want to bring other pets because I want ones that also increase my seed gathering. Actually, which one's the one that does seeds? I don't think it tells me, like, in-game, unless I feed them. Let's see, is it Galley? Galley gives me flora. Does that just... No, I think that just means plants. Oh, Hecuba gives me digging spots. Raki gives me outcroppings. Okay, so I want Hecuba.
Here you go.
Find digging spot, yeah.
Can't get enough of those. Here you go, Hecuba. Surprise.
There. I like Freenos because frog, HP, block projectiles, but Hecuba being able to find seeds is really useful. And then the cat's ability to give me the Death Defiance is also nice and useful. Okay. We'll bring them next time, though. Alright, time to go out.
Now for Kronos. For my family. Demon.
monster's down and out? And I mean out for good, as in we can't find any trace of him at all. They're telling me you turned Typhon to ash, dearie. That's proper scary stuff.
Yep, that was me.
Let's see what else.
Oh, come on, give me the one that does attacks. She didn't give me the one I wanted. I'll take Nectar, though.
Foolish.
Poseidon. Do I want Poseidon? Not really. Right, I was like, why are the enemies just randomly exploding? And I forgot that Hesja's doing that.
You somehow did it, niece. Typhon is gone. There is no longer any trace of him up here. So now to do the same to Kronos, then? Go on, let's give him everything we've got.
I'm kind of curious what all the Olympians say as I go to kill Kronos for the last time, but we won't be able to get everyone. Okay, let's do Title Ring at least. Specials have more damage, attacks have more power. I'll just take the power.
Further refined.
Give me power! See, the thing is, I need more bones than Ash, but unfortunately, the bones give me extra magic, but the Ash gives me extra HP, and I want the HP. Okay, the explosion is actually really useful. They really are just exploding off each other.
Some bones. Go, Phrynos. Cheers, Phrynos.
Well, see, I want to go get Ares, but I also want to go talk to Arachne. Hey, Mary, welcome in.
Just a spider. Small.
Hey, Become. Welcome to the stream.
Good evening.
But that's a bump. How much nectar do I have? 3. You get some nectar.
Oh, you're much too kind to me. I'm only doing what anybody would be doing in my place. But you're treating me like royalty. This nectar, I tried a touch of it before. It's too good for flies. Or spiders.
Too good for flies, perhaps, but it's especially for you. A gift of friendship, whose savor only grows the deeper the friendship is. May it warm you on a cold night such as this.
Hey, Ditzenal, welcome in.
Now you don't truly think I weave all those cocoons you see out there myself, do you? I weave faster than anyone, though even I'm not that quick.
That does make sense. So instead you command a massive hidden army of spiderlings, standing at the ready to do your bidding.
Oh no, most of them hang upside down rather than stand. Oh, come now, I'm not the only spider in the woods. The others keep to themselves. But they do listen sometimes, I suppose.
That is kind of scary to think about. There's just an army of spiders out there, just able to wrap up entire giant enemies in cocoons, and we never see them. Okay, I've never taken... This is the only one I haven't taken from her before, so this will give me a fated choice.
Of course.
Tucked away.
Ooh, I can still see Ares. I kind of prefer Aphrodite, but I want to see what Ares says. So those enemies are new for this encounter. Do they just keep coming? Do those ones just come endlessly? Okay, well then. Okay, get some Nightshade.
The father of all monsters, slain. I scarce believed it when I heard, but my lord father and dear mother quite insisted this was true. It seems that you possess a power far more terrifying even than our vanquished foe.
You know what, maybe instead of doing a Scorch build this time, maybe we'll do a Vicious Strike Wounds build this time. I don't know if that's actually better. Let's try it. Let's try something different. I still have 2 status curses, so that's good. Let's try something outside of our comfort zone. Maybe it'll be better. Doubt it. Scorch is too good. But it is slow compared to straight up damage boosts. Wow, the chain explosions are actually kind of fun.
Soul tonic.
The way they just kind of explode and then others explode off of them. Kind of fun. Give me Centaur Heart. Ooh, sweet.
Clear. Whew, good.
Whoa, look at all the free stuff.
Just a small sip.
They give me so many bones, which is nice, but also kind of sucks because it means I'm not getting any, like, boons. Maybe a wounds build is better than a scorch build.
Hooked one. It's a soul belly. To be unseen is to be unscathed.
Oh, I already took damage, damn it.
A consolation prize.
I'll get my red onion.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Oh, he didn't say anything.
Time to send a message.
Oh, hello, granddaughter.
What?
No.
What?
It seems the pathways into Erebus are not as well protected as they used to be. I take it this here's the individual who pitted you against me, is this not?
Uh-oh. I didn't think this would happen. This is actually kind of cool that things are different. What would have happened if I had the Vow of Rivals?
Headmistress! Headmistress, fight him! Fight! Fight back!
I like that something's different this time. Oh no, she's trapped.
This headmistress of yours has considerable knowledge to have thus concealed you. But she is weary. Since that time caught up with her at last. She hears not a word you say.
Are all the bosses just gonna be, like, frozen? Actually, he doesn't give a crap about Scylla.
Unhand her, wretch. Unhand her, or I'll tear you to pieces.
He's the one who released Cerberus into the Morningfield, so I don't think he would bind Cerberus.
My own children tore me to pieces once before. Look where that got them. Whoever this is, perhaps she shall be more cooperative than you, although I'm not particularly optimistic, nor should you be. Good evening.
He doesn't even know who she is. He's just like, this person, whoever.
Come back.
So do I just not fight her? Oh. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's only the first boss. I don't think he's gonna rob us of Scylla or Cerberus. Like, it's pretty obvious we could beat Hecate by now, so... But damn, that's kind of cool. Okay. I want to see other Olympians. So let's see. We've seen Ares this night. Oh, they don't let us take the Athena or Gorgon to the underworld. We haven't seen Hephaestus or Aphrodite. I want to see what maybe Apollo says. I want to see what Demeter says too. Thing is, like, on most runs, you only have a pool of like 4 to 5 Olympians unless you force their spawn using these. Who do I want to talk to? I kind of want to see Apollo and Demeter. Hephaestus is nice, but I don't think he has anything interesting to say. I'm poor. Wait, should I purge something? Nah, I kind of need this. Wait, so if we die and go back to the crossroads, is Hekaji just not going to be there anymore until we beat him? I don't want to try, but... What if he appears in front of Scylla and she's like, look, it's our sponsor! Good chaos. It is kind of neat too, because in this game, the boss, Kronos, is antagonistic to us. Because in the previous game, the antagonist was Hades, and he wasn't like specifically, like he was antagonistic, but he wasn't like trying to do anything lastingly harmful to us and our friends. So the dynamic's completely different. Pro Jelly.
Recently, I've ceased to sense the being you call Typhon, which is unusual considering his size. I have been wondering whether this indicates some sort of trouble I am having, or if Typhon merely is no longer there. Which do you think? Respond.
The father of all monsters is destroyed, Almighty Chaos. It was an action I did not take lightly, but the threat against my family was significant and pervasive. He left us no choice.
You could have chosen the destruction of Olympus. Nonetheless, I understand why you did not. The power to unmake creations such as that. I would be curious to learn it for myself, although perhaps I would not use it sparingly.
I like how Chaos says like, please respond and stuff like that too. It sounds silly. None of these are fated encounters, so let's just do this one.
This I shall be curious to see.
Oh, not the fish. Ooh, the chain explosion works really well against these guys. Because one of them explodes and then the rest of them just take the damage from the explosion. Okay, actually, I've been sleeping on the chain explosion. Which one's the boss and which one's the ad? They both look so similar. Oh, the ad's purple, that's why.
Kronos must have thought nothing could stop him if he unleashed Typhon, but he thought wrong. Let's throw everything we've got at him and finish this, Sunshine.
Sprint is faster, inflicts daze. Yeah, let's do that. More status curses for everyone. Oh, thanks, Arachne. The fact that there's spiders in Oceanus is kind of weird to think about. You get Apollo and Ares. Now's not the time to be fighting you two.
Decided there.
was a mere misunderstanding, though I tend to presume malicious intent.
Like how he's even like, I think it might be a misunderstanding, but I'm just gonna assume it's not.
Sometimes I like to benefit the losing side to give them a false hope.
Okay, Ares. Thanks. You know I'm doing this for you, man, right? You know I'm doing this to make you happier, right? Oh, I already got hit. Damn it. Doing this challenge for nothing. Give me my onion. Chimera jerky, sure. Ooh, I'll take nectar. I don't have much money. I don't think Cronus is gonna appear with Scylla, but it'd be funny if he did. Yeah, I knew it.
Don't worry, gals. One day, they'll put us up on the biggest stage for all the world to see.
Have I exhausted Scylla's dialogue? Because this seems like a pretty short, generic line.
I'm not particularly interested in listening to your delusions of grandeur right now, so why not start your little song?
Okay, Melanoid responded, so I don't think this is throwaway dialogue.
Oh, it may be a little song to you now, lady, but it's going to be huge someday. You'll see. We'll show her, won't we, gals? Shoot her!
Get out here. Get out here and fight me. Get out here and fight me. You know, the way that she kind of like shrinks and melts away into her shell is kind of funny. I want to see what Demeter says as well, so I think I'll grab her thing. We'll be missing Zeus and Hera, which is fine. We already talked to them at the palace, and then Aphrodite and Festus. That's okay. I don't really need Psyche anymore. Sorry, Fritos. The barley sheaf's already working. Good, good. I want a Hermes boon, because we haven't talked to him on this run. Even though we already have his boon.
Now the Titan Kronos is our solitary goal. Show him no more mercy than the monster he unleashed would have shown us. But be careful. I demand your safe return.
Thanks, Grandma. Wait, your Omega cast deals more damage. If you're in the binding circle, the bonus is doubled. Oh no, but that means I have to cast inside the circle. Okay. Let's do this. Get back here. Come on, Hermes. No Hermes. I kind of need more HP. Actually, 220, 230 is pretty good. You know, I'll take this. HP and money. For a second, I thought I wandered into a spring where there were no enemies. Can I unleash two at the same time? I don't want to risk it. Probably not. Ooh, a Happy Meal. Actually, I'll take that after. Hestia. Oh, not you. This boss is kind of annoying. You're kind of a chump though right now. I don't like any of these. I don't think I've gotten Controlled Burn. Maybe I'll take it just to cross it off my list. I don't have the fated list for any of the Olympians yet, though. I don't really use my Mega Special that much anyways. Where's Hermes? If I get the Arcana card that lets me re-roll rooms, I bet it'd be really useful in the morning fields because it would probably re-roll all the rewards. Effectively re-rolling 2 or 3 at the same time. I think I'll take this one just to cross it off my list. Oh, is there one more? Hey, Danger. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Ooh, a free nectar? I'll take that. Free ash? Oh, it's all the way over there. I have to go all the way around. That sound these enemies make. Oh, bang. Wait, there's something else to gather. Aha! A fish. Charon or Palm? I have a lot of... I don't have that much money, so maybe we'll save it. Like, this doesn't... This is nice, but it's only a 2% increase. That's so little. Well, you know what? Let's reoffer. Actually, should I reoffer? Yeah, let's reoffer. Oh, hell yeah. Vicious Strike. Kind of want Kronos to appear here, but I know he won't. This is actually pretty good. It's not the same as Scorch, but it's still pretty effective. Just stay in one place.
Nightmarish Cerberus regains composure and again sets off, perhaps to notify his master that his daughter is nearby.
Took a bit more damage than I would have liked during that, but that's fine. I still want to encounter Hermes, but I could force Zeus, Hera, or Aphrodite, or Hephaestus to appear, but is that really worth it at this point? I feel like I should go back to the better safe than sorry route and do the lucky tooth. It is my luckier tooth, after all. You know, I should keep taking the mystery seeds too. Sometimes I get something good from the mystery seeds. There was one time I got a poppy from it.
I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this.
Yeah, I love the lucky tooth. It's like my little safety net.
Confound it, but you are difficult and pin down.
So many of you. Oh, I forgot that my special freezes. Get over here. Only one exit. Dig in the middle of the fight. See, all these things are only 12 fear or higher. It's like free cookies for my familiars. Hey Dolja, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by the stream. More Ares? Okay. I wanted more Hermes though. Oh, this boss is annoying. I like how the Ares thing spawned here and then it got, like, pushed over.
I'm pleased to see dear Lady Hestia putting her capabilities to greater use. Why, here she is right now. I always knew you had a disposition toward destruction, goddess, as so prevalent as flame in war.
It's a side of myself I don't often like to show, as much as you seem to like seeing it, Ares. I figure we can't properly control our powers if we can't control ourselves.
Ooh, dual boon. 4th degree. Your fireball effects from Hestia inflict wounds with greater power. Yeah, sure. Stop lasering me. Can I get one more set of boons at least? Where's my buddy Hermes? You know, I should have gone. I had that choice between Hermes and Apollo earlier today. I should have picked Hermes because I was wearing the Apollo items. Like, he was gonna appear anyways. I should have gone to see Hermes first. That's a lot of fireballs. Aw, dang it, no extra rooms. Lame. there's Hermes again, but I don't think he's gonna say anything if I pick him up here. Nah. I think maybe I'll take this one, even though it's not gonna have any effect, because I don't think I've ever picked it before. Get a mystery seed now? Sure. Goodbye, Karen. I'm off to slay grandfather.
Where is she?
Where is she?
She is now my guest. What did you call that old witch whom you seem to care about so much? Your headmistress? Tell me now exactly who she is, if you yet value her well-being in the least.
She was my mother's handmaiden, nothing more. When you attacked my father's house, she took me away. When I came of age, I vowed to stop you, despite her efforts to dissuade me. Let her go.
At first I thought perhaps that you were a child of Zeus rather than Hades. But you are a terrible liar, granddaughter. Now you shall suffer for your actions, or the handmaiden shall do so in your stead.
Don't you touch her!
You're gonna regret that. Get him, Frinos. Jump on him. I dare.
3, 2, 1. I shall abide no disrespect from you.
Oh no! Oh, he almost got me there. That was a dirty move.
Nonsense. You wish to bring about the end of time? Well then observe, for I shall give you but a glimpse. Come finish what your father started, granddaughter.
Oh,
Take a good look around.
phase 3. I wasn't expecting this. Where are you?
The question is when. What is it that you think you see? Who exactly do you think I am? You take me home. And how could you possibly...
This must be like what he gets when you do like Vow of Rivals 4.
But by all means, please go ahead and try. Or do it.
Oh, he doesn't really do any different attacks. Oh.
To leave the world in careless hands.
What do I do?
You will be doing me a mercy. And saving me a great deal of trouble.
Can you just shut up for a little bit?
Come on, stop me. one thing. I shall always be one step ahead of you. All of you. Can't always remember.
Oh, you have like clones now.
With what's discovered can never be recovered.
Oh wait, I have infinite revives. Thanks to Dissolution of Time. This is like a story fight. See, look, I have infinity next to my symbol for Death Defiance.
My mother's handmaiden. You give her back. Right now.
You care so much for this witch handmaiden of yours. Would that a single relative of mine showed me even an iota of concern?
What reason would they have to care? Look what you've done. You're trying to take everything from us. Our future.
We are family. We do not take, we share. Destroy me then, if you possess such strength, and see what future you shall bring about.
Then this is for that future. And our family.
Future and family.
Done here. Now for the final step.
Well then. My Flash Fry did more damage than... Oh no, it doesn't record how much damage was inflicted by wounds, because wounds just stacks my attack. Ares did 42 damage to me. That was more than most enemies did. That's funny. Counts him as an enemy. That's funny.
For the moment, time stands still, stricken by the enchanted spear Gygaros, and temporarily susceptible to one final step the Princess of the Dead has planned.
Now for Zagreus to do his part.
I like how this last run has actually thrown a few surprises at me, like having Hecate not fight me, and then also doing Phase 3 for Kronos. I know he has Phase 3 if you do Vow of Rivals 4, but you don't unlock Vow of Rivals 4 until you get the true ending. So it's nice we got a taste of it, but it's nice that even though they gave it to us as a surprise, they gave us infinite Death Defiances for that last phase, because I guess it was technically unfair for us, but it was nice that they did something different. I like that. Because attacks are mostly the same, it's just different variations of the same thing, so that's kind of cool.
That ought to hold you. A little extra time for what comes next.
Time to get into Zagreus' bed. That's a wild way to phrase it, but you're not wrong.
Hold on, Headmistress.
See, the sad thing is, I think after you get the true ending, you can't come back into this room anymore. Same with the Palace of Zeus. I think you go into it one more time after you get the true ending, and then after that, you don't see it again. Which is a shame, because it's a very pretty place. And this place is full of memories.
To the abyss of the subconscious, I descend. Okay, focus. Night and darkness, guide me to my blood beyond the grasp of time.
Although, if we convince Zagreus...
Need to calm myself. Can't make him more nervous than me.
If we convince Zagreus to go and either fight Kronos in his timeline, or talk with Kronos and convince him not to fight, do we get to see it though? Do we get to, if there's a fight, do we get to partake in it? It would kind of suck if it all just happened off screen, right? But, like, Zagreus is not the main character of this game. It'd be weird to play as someone else when we haven't trained them in this game, especially if you haven't played the first game.
If everything she says has happened will happen. I mean, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Well, anyway, we'll find out soon enough, if she shows up. Hey,
Hey, Zag.
Milinoe, you've returned. You've no idea how much difficulty I had falling asleep so I could see you here again. So what's the word? Have you prepared the spear?
Take hold of Gygaros and we'll find out. You'll have to go immediately to where Kronos resides. Speak to him, but do not mention me at all, as I've not yet been born. I'll be counting on you to succeed.
And the plan is, once I find him, either we become best mates, or else it's death to Kronos, like you said. Do you truly think there's any possibility he comes around? That I won't have to kill him?
Knowing there are infinite possibilities, then I suppose so, yes. But I'm so angry with him still, and frightened about what may come to pass. He's taken so much from me, from all of us, and yet, he wants his family back too. One way or another, he'll get what's coming. We all will.
All right. But we're getting your family back, not just his. Whew, this is a lot. To think the Spear of Fathers has the power to destroy a deathless titan.
It shall in just a moment, so hold it close. May earth and night and darkness hear me now. Bring true death to the deathless by my vow. Dissolution of time.
Gygaros, it's grown hot to the touch, but feels much lighter than before as well. I suppose I should be careful not to prod somebody with it, besides Kronos.
Go, Zagreus. I've done everything I can here, and we'll see each other again. Some other time than this, perhaps, but still. For now, farewell.
Do I get to play as Zagreus now?
I hope this works.
Ooh.
What now?
Or is it just a cutscene?
What is all that infernal racket? Silence, fools, lest we be caught. Guards. Guards. Guards.
Oh, I knew we wouldn't actually get to play as him.
Look else there. You lack the clothing of the satyrs' hooves, and have a countenance which I know not.
You must be grandfather. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I'm called Zagreus. I got a tip about your quite suspicious cabin and decided to go take a look. What are you doing here, if I may ask?
Oh, so that's what his portrait looks like from Hades 1, upgrade to the Hades 2 effects without the whole mirror terrestrialized crystal effect.
Recuperated. What else would I possibly be doing in a place such as this? So I suppose Hades is to thank for this new grandchild of mine. I never thought that I would see the age when he became a father for himself.
Oh, he's a wonderful father, if you must know. My sole disappointment is that I'm an only child. But he and my dear mother Persephone, the underworld queen, truly love each other, so down the line, one can hope.
Why are you telling me all this? So immediately against my satyrs tear into shreds. There are those blasted satyrs anyhow.
Grandfather, I'm telling you all this because I thought I'd make a little small talk here before I have to do you in. If you would bring pain and suffering upon my house, as our designated security specialist, I cannot allow that.
Zagreus, I know the plan was you either befriend him or kill him, but I don't think you should be threatening him to kill him right away. That'll give away your plan, right? I hope you know what you're doing.
What do you know of my intent? You dare speak to me of pain and suffering? Here I have wrought it since an eon prior to when you were but a twinkle in your father's eye. His brothers, traitors and usurpers.
They're your children. Father and I also used to fight. He'd grown isolated from Olympus, and Persephone and me didn't do him any good. What about you? We've only met. Are you prepared to sweep me into your old grudge?
If necessary, yes, of course. Your father and his brothers surely have already poisoned you and your entire generation against me.
Would I be speaking to you if that were the case? Here's the arrangement. Either come along quietly to a little surprise family reunion, or take this spear repeatedly, and you won't soon recuperate, I swear. Which is it going to be?
You, who threaten me with annihilation, have not experienced a world without time. You would have to dearly miss my influence. Nor shall I be shamed and ridiculed before my kin. What would you have me do when they look upon me?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps just act like you're my grandfather rather than sneaking underneath the house in some sort of profane chamber I ought to have known about. Your time. Why don't you extrapolate a bit?
Extrapolate what? A joy-filled life in which Grandfather Time is there to coddle the spoiled child of my rancorous son. He shall drive the accursed sphere through beyond sight if you do not.
No, because you'll be under my protection. And also, no, it won't just be a joy-filled life, especially if you keep on. But it'll probably be better than whatever this is. Now make your choice already. I don't have all day or night.
I'm surprised if Kronos goes along with this, but I feel like he will because of storyline reasons, but it doesn't really sound like he's amenable to this. Hey Luke, welcome in, and DJ Moneybag, thanks for following me, being a froggy friend.
Severin, a future with such grandchildren as you or the eternal void. How can I possibly decide?
That's it, I'm stabbing you.
No, wait.
No, wait!
All this time, for naught. Perhaps the fates themselves always knew my plans would be undone again. 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, hence I go.
Wait. I'm playing as Kronos. I don't get to play as Zagreus, I get to play as Kronos. Are we playing hide and seek like Melanoe and Hecate did? This is weird. It's interesting because he always says 3, 2, 1 before he like switches boss phases, right? So now he's saying it in like a playful way. Oh, I totally forgot about the employee of the month. Oh, I forgot about the chef employee of the month. I miss the House of Hades.
Mother could use some rest. Why don't you join her? I can keep an eye on things.
No. Nyx is with the Queen. Nor shall I leave my daughter unattended. Already searched
Unattended? You act like I may not be the best influence on her.
I do not act.
It's also weird to play as a character who isn't like Zagreus or Melanoe's size, because you know everyone else in the game is gigantic, right? I'm trying to press buttons to see if I have any other actions I can do, but I don't.
Broker?
Broker? I missed the employee of the month sign. I forgot about that.
Oh, hello. Well, this is a rare treat. The both of you together in this lounge. What brings you here, grandfather?
I yet to seek the girl's whereabouts is what. I have turned over this residence in its entirety and found nary a sign. She is already as elusive as you always were, Hades.
Although your old senses have dulled. She went running over there by the head chef, where she yet lingers in silence. Go before her patience wears thin.
Why is Hades' portrait so gigantic? I mean, I know the answer, but it's funny because if you go back to Hades 1, all the portraits in the game are actually quite, not to say small, but compared to the portraits in this game, they are a lot smaller. So in this game, when they sized everyone up, I guess they had to size Hades up accordingly, but his portrait now becomes so large it doesn't fit on screen. Like, his portrait here is bigger than Heracles.
What father meant to say was, no, we've no idea where my good son's little sister is. She could be anywhere. Have you tried checking the administrative chamber? Gods, I sound like Hypnos.
I do appreciate the hint.
Keep up the good work.
Where are you, my girl?
This is so weird because he still has his voice still sounds evil. The chef is so cute. I forgot about the chef.
Aha. There you are at last. You might have kept me searching for a while yet, that you found such a secure hiding point amid those shadows.
Oh, she's wearing a red dress instead of an orange one. Wait, is that a Cerberus plushie? I was gonna say baby Cerberus, but that doesn't make sense. It's a Cerberus plushie. That's so cute.
It sure took you long enough. I was beginning to think I might never see you again.
That is precisely what your father said when Zagreus first brought me here. Well, are we to suffer through another round?
No, this game is too easy. Tell me another one of your tales about the Golden Age.
Perhaps when you are older, lest your father be displeased. If you defy him, you merely get a mild reprimand. If I defy him, I get cut to little bite-sized bits, which then are sprinkled throughout Tartarus.
Kronos, this is not something you tell a child.
Ew. Well, if father ever does that, I shall simply go find all the bits and put you back together again.
Spoken with the generosity of youth. You are the only one around here who would say such things, Millenary.
Truly? But don't the others like you, grandfather?
Oh, they can never get enough of me, my girl. Except, we still have had our differences. But let me not concern you with the past. The only time that matters is right now. And right now... Tag, you are it.
Hey, no fair!
When he like smacked her on the head.
Is this the future? Or is it the past? Not merely mine, but yours, granddaughter. Everybody in this house.
Easy there, Cerberus.
Aww.
That's at last, just like we trained.
Achilles! And the chef.
Alright, this way, please.
Thanatos! Hypnos.
What happened then?
I, the bloodiest part.
Oh, no pictures of Meg. Oh,
I don't know if that's me.
Indusa.
I finally won!
Blast.
It's in the blood.
Oh! I like all the happy shades.
Night and darkness guide me. I remember all of that. My life, the way it could have been. Oh gods, Zagreus, did it work? What's going on out there?
So it's interesting, because I was thinking, like, the Zagreus taking Kronos back to the house, right? And having Kronos being accepted by Hades and then changing the timeline. Obviously, very pivotal to the plot. But again, would also be a lot of talking and a lot of dialogue, which, you know, this game isn't really about that. Like, people that play this game don't want, like, an hour-long cutscene, right? So they kind of just skimp over it, which is fine. But then I feel like it loses a bit of impact. It's kind of like in Hades 1, where you do the epilogue, where you invite all the Olympians to your house, and then they have a party, and then they accept Persephone back down here as Hades' wife. And it's like, it's a very pivotal moment that's very plot relevant, but they just kind of skip over it, and you don't ever get to see it. Especially because I don't think they actually modeled, like, models for the Olympians in the first game, other than just their portraits. So they didn't have, like, models for them to appear, but it was just like, it felt like, wait, this was supposed to be a very pivotal moment in the game, and then they just fast forward it, and that's kind of just what happened here. Although here they interspersed it with little sprinkles of images and the hide and seek, so it kind of works a bit better, but I kind of expected something like this. Well, thanks for calling Kirby. Yeah, several cutscenes will happen in sequence, right?
What?
The Hecate?
I...
Prepare to suffer for all that you've done, wretch. Or shall I stay my hand merely because you made the mistake of loosening your hold on me?
All of these newfound thoughts within my mind. Was all of this your doing, witch? I have no memory of you, and yet... Who are you?
Wait, seeing Kronos' portrait where his head is at a different angle, he suddenly looks like a completely different person. Like, just from having his head not drawn at, like, a full, like, forward-facing angle. He looks completely different now.
Kronos, headmistress, wait! I think I can explain.
Malinois, where are we? One instant I discover that our enemy invaded Erebus, the next I know he's groveling about my feet. How is this possible? What have you done?
Headmistress, you don't remember, because you weren't there with me. But as for you, Kronos, who am I now to you?
You are my granddaughter, Malinois, whom I know both from this life and an altogether different one, which I now realize was but a dream, a delusion. So then, all I have left is this.
All that you see is what you wrought. As for this other life, how much of it do you recall?
Your youth here in this house with me. How you delighted in a hiding game when you were but a girl. How you and Zagreus would fight, but out of love. Not in the way we fought this very night. I did not realize there could have been this other past we shared. This better past.
And I think, like, this whole story is interesting because it only works because he is the Titan of Time. Like, that's the whole reason why this even works.
A better past? Nonsense. None of it occurred. Nothing has changed. You should be gone, Titan. Not flooded with false memories.
All these memories that sprang to his mind, I remember them as well. A life I could have lived had the Titan never struck.
But I struck. Ever hated and shunned. Finish what you set your mind to, granddaughter. I have no desire to exist in such a world with all of you like this. Not for one moment longer.
Silence! Malinois, come to your senses. Whatever you did, this wretch is finished and shan't be using his old tricks again. End him.
Wait, please, let me prove this to you. Kronos. Grandfather, listen to me. Steady yourself. Use what power you yet have, and release our family from your hold.
Our family? They are bound as yet. I had them bound. For all this time. What have I done?
Father, mother, brother.
My family. Where are we? Is this my house? Father, what is the meaning of all this?
So there's, like, Persephone and Zagreus. I don't suppose we actually get to see Thanatos or Meg or Dusa or Achilles or Orpheus in the flesh in this game, huh? We saw Nyx's portrait. And then, of course, Cerberus is still around, but I feel like we won't see any of the other characters, which is a bit of a shame.
Oh, Hades. Perhaps the princess can explain. As for the queen and prince and all the rest, Malinois, they need but hear your voice. And I await their judgment and your own. Go on, then.
Oh, am I playing? Oh, I am. Warren.
This had better work.
Can't talk to you. Can't talk to you.
Queen Persephone, Prince Zagreus, return to us.
Hades, Malinois, you're all grown up. But then, of course you are. Oh, my heart.
You look very different just because it's a different expression, different angle.
Malinois, it's really you. You look just like your nightmare reflection did. So long ago, before the little you was even born. Did we succeed? Oh, I'm shaking.
They shall recover. Give them time. And give me death. Go on and send me to the blasted void already. You son or that witch, or you granddaughter, one of you. For I am weary of it all. You long for a world without me, it is yours.
Grandfather, no. How could you say that after all we've been through together? I swore you'd be under my protection and... Oh, gods. What happened to this place?
I took this place as what, Zagreus? And ruined it. You need not advocate for me again. You never knew my real self. Merely a possibility and nothing more. And you, Millenoi, to think I put you through all this. Take your vengeance.
No. Our family's had enough for now. Who else recalls what happened? Memories as vivid as any you hold dear, but of a separate life we might have lived. Mother, do you remember?
I do. You were insatiably curious as a child, and sometimes too much even for me to handle, so Zagreus and Kronos, they often helped take care of you.
So, okay, so this portrait of Persephone looks a little closer to what she was in the last game.
I too remember now. That father was with us after Zagreus discovered him and took him in. Yet all the while, I have been a prisoner. His prisoner here in this time of ours.
Queen Persephone, Lord Hades, do not believe these falsehoods coursing through your minds. Even your son and daughter seem susceptible. You all have been manipulated by the Titan's spell.
Headmistress, that's not true. Don't you understand? The dissolution of time, this is how I manifested it. You always said the task was mine, as were the methods I employed. This was the path I chose.
Then you failed. Death to Kronos was the task, yet there he is. Millenoi, what could possibly have compelled you to take such a course?
Your own teachings. To think for myself, not just do as I'm told. But if you still believe destroying Kronos will make our problems go away, then what are you waiting for?
I shall never forgive this Titan for what he has done. To this world, your family, you, or me.
Dear Hecate, my handmaiden, who said anything about forgiveness? I've never heard such pain in you. Last I recall in this life, just before Kronos struck, your task was to protect our daughter at all costs. And you did. You did.
In our moment of peril, you were the only one we could count on, esteemed Witch of the Crossroads. For that and more, you have our gratitude. For all eternity.
I did no more than was my charge, O King and Queen. And I remain as ever at your service. Well then, Millenoi. What now?
What now? There is so much to be done. Bringing this house to order, for one thing. Mother, father, you've seen what was possible. Let us give Kronos one chance to make himself useful, starting with our restoration efforts. Would you grant me that?
Granted. We're not finished with you, Kronos. They say time heals all wounds. Prove it.
Granted, but only this one chance. By the grace of the Princess of the Underworld.
Well, Hades is a lot more forgiving than I thought, too. I thought he'd still be against it.
You would permit me such a chance? But I cannot change what already occurred. Cannot undo the unforgivable decisions I have made.
Your time itself. We're not demanding you move backward. We're demanding you move forward.
To move forward. That is all I have ever known. Then I shall make time. Both for this house and everything.
Then be so kind as to get these chains off me so we can get to work.
And so the Princess of the Dead remained in the House of Hades with the Titan of Time and the rest, to aid in the recovery of however much was not forever lost. The rightful underworld king and queen were swift to organize this relatively painless task, and shades of the dead still loyal to their cause answered the call. They and the Titan picked up many pieces of the past.
Oh, look at Zagreus.
And soon, the house grew more like how it used to be. But then, a summons from Olympus arrived, and the princess knew her stay had reached its end.
Well, this is it.
Wait, but Hypnos is still like slumbering. Oh, I can't sprint anymore.
Princess?
What? I can't even talk to Achilles? They don't even like port over his portrait from the first game? Aww. Oh, I can't go further this way. I was gonna see if, like, Thanatos or Meg were around. Feels kind of sad considering that they were pretty important characters in the first game and they're just non-existent in this game. Can I finally pet Cerberus?
The notoriously fearsome triple-headed monster Cerberus rests in his favored spot, and now regards the Princess of the Dead with 3 expressions different than before.
Well, boy, this must be the next best thing to guarding the Underworld's gates. Say, do I have your permission to give you a scratch? The way my brother demonstrated before. You're a fine dog.
The very best.
Aww. I love how much personality and like story they give Cerberus even though he doesn't talk. Hey Beep Boop, welcome to the stream.
My beautiful daughter. We were just talking about you. How you were as a child. Both in this life and the other. Growing up is so difficult. And you had to do it twice.
Which makes me beyond fortunate. Hecate was the best caretaker I can imagine. And I'm so grateful to have experienced a life with you, Mother. Where there was so much warmth. And now you've met this other side of me.
And I shall eagerly await getting to know this other side of you even better. And, Hecate, you're certain it's no burden to you to continue looking after her, just in case?
I swore to you that no harm shall come to your daughter, O Queen, and that vow remains. And I shall always care for her, whether she resides with me or not.
Then it's settled. And, Melinoi, for what it's worth, I likewise opted not to live at home when I was in my youth.
Please reconsider this, Melinoi. You cannot be serious about returning to that dusty glade. Your rightful home is here. And you may be unable to return whilst you are with us due to laws much older than ours. To serve the unseen
is to serve in shadow. I know full well, Headmistress, and do not make this decision lightly, but I can't leave the crossroads, especially when we've so much left to do.
Working with Kronos on this new venture of his, you've been instrumental in altering time as we know it. So you're certainly the best fit to keep things that way.
Ensuring time keeps working in our favor seems like a good way to spend my own time. It should be interesting, and the matter is close to my heart. Perhaps I was born for this.
You were born for much more, but we'll do our share. Cerberus has already taken to prancing through the fields of his own accord, and your father and I shall not be far. As for your brother, well, he always turns up.
All this is going to be an adjustment, though, isn't it? Even if I'll see you all again soon.
An adjustment is putting it mildly. Now go make your rounds, and I'll see you off before you depart. I love you, baby girl.
I love you too, Mother.
Yeah. But Headmistress, I have to stay at the crossroads. There's still post-game left to do.
Thank you for being here.
Only because of you.
Why even put Achilles here if I can't talk to him?
Well, I think we can fix up the rest of this place on our own. Thank you for all your help. Especially the part where you liberated us from our temporal prisons and whatnot.
Believe me, I had nothing better to do. Anyhow, we'll have to find a way to cross paths out there. And each keep an eye on Kronos as we tie up some loose ends.
It must be hard to even look at him after everything he did. I can't help but be glad we're all here, but that's easy for me to say, not having been locked in a lifelong conflict.
I'll manage. You helped me realize there even was a path toward this outcome. As I faced Kronos in this house, I started to sense that being cut off from this family was consuming him.
It might have consumed him completely. Good thing we make a decent brother-sister team. Past and present, real and imagined. And now we don't even need Dreamtime witch magic to stay in touch.
No, I suppose not. Feels like we've been through thick and thin together, doesn't it? Even without the memories of a wholly different and generally more pleasant life. Right now, I'd simply settle for a calmer one.
Come on, you're not the settling sort. Anyway, I know this isn't goodbye, and we'll be seeing each other, though still. I'll miss you, little sister. And do send Hypnos back if he can't wake up on his own.
Yeah, freaking Hypnos is still stuck in his dream world. I know it's a side quest, but still, it's gonna take me a while to finish that one because I need poppies.
He'll wake up. I'm going to miss you too, big brother. Take care of everyone, all right?
I will. You take care too.
Oh, for a second when he leaned forward there, I thought he was gonna give her a kiss on the forehead. Hey Kieran, hey Gab, welcome to the stream.
Prince Zagreus?
Princess Melinoi.
He's like a good 2 heads taller than Melinoi. I mean, I know he's like double her age, but still. Wait, where do I go now? Oh, I can talk to Achilles. Does he actually get a portrait? Do I get to eat my own words?
Heading out? Olympus doesn't like to be kept waiting, I know. We'll remember you here, lass. Somehow it still feels as if we've only met. What an unusual time.
So Achilles and Nyx didn't get any updates to their portrait. Like, it's literally just the same portrait with the shiny effects added on top of it. Where is Nyx anyways?
That it is, Achilles, sir. I have these glimpses now of cherished moments I might have spent with you and the other house servants had the past but gone differently. Are the others doing well?
They seem to be. Your relatives recovered the most swiftly, but I think we're all still feeling some effects. And catching up on everything we missed, and aiding where we can.
I'll miss you all. This really does feel like a dream at times. I fear I may forget it, as one tends to do with dreams.
I trust you'll still remember what I always told you about fear. Please don't worry. I know we may not see you for a while, but I shall await whenever we may meet again.
As shall I.
Thanatos, Meg, and Dusa really got the short end of the stick.
It's been an honor, sir.
The honor's mine.
Oh, and Orpheus. Oh, now I can go this way. Oh! Oh, I was excited because I thought maybe Nyx was over there. I don't want to miss a thing by walking too far ahead.
When I was having difficulties with my son, sometimes I thought of you, Father. I cannot fathom having had more children to contend with all at once.
Wait, Hades got a new portrait? Wait, how come his other one, which was just his scaled up Hades 1 art, was sized so large that he took up so much of the screen and now he's shrunk again? They sized him back to regular size. That's so funny.
Yes, well, I was not terribly successful at contending with you a lot now, was I? Particularly Zeus. To think that I shall see him and the others again soon.
Whoa, suddenly you look so much friendlier and all you did was turn your body 3/4 and de-age your face? Age your face? I'm not really sure. He looks more grandpa-y now. He also looks thinner. See, it's maybe Cronus is like me. You know, I always say I'm not very photogenic. But I can look okay in photos, but only from specific angles. Maybe Cronus is the same. He only looks good in photos from very specific angles.
I can make no assurances about how you shall be received. These dreamlike memories we share did not reach Mount Olympus, it seems. But Zeus does have my full report.
Surely a ringing endorsement, but I merely jest. If time can be so cruel, then it is only fitting for children to be much the same. Would you not agree, granddaughter?
We may have more in common than we'd like to admit. But in any event, Lord Uncle Zeus asked you to come alone. Only the Fates now know what lies in store. Although there's still no sign of them, even with Nyx's aid.
None. I cast them into the abyss. Had I known precisely where, they would have known how to get back. Yet if my hypothesis about such possibilities as we experienced is correct, we may find them.
Also, he looks better with, like, the shirt.
We shall. And I look forward to testing this hypothesis. Perhaps we'll all learn something about ourselves.
Would that we could. Gods and titans may be doomed to live forever, but we need not be bound to our old ways.
Indeed. Father, thank you for all your hospitality. It gladdens me to see you doing well.
I would not be, if not for you, daughter. I trust that we shall see each other again soon. And perhaps even you, father.
Likewise, Hades. At least this house is mostly to your preference again. Beyond these halls, of course, much more is to be done.
Yes, well, Father, I wish you the best with the ongoing underworld renovations. As for us, our chariot is here.
That it is. I am prepared.
Shadows conceal you.
May moonlight guide us.
Go unseen.
Wait, look, I'm Employee of the Month. I love that little, like, picture of the shade with the thumbs up over it. Oh, there's the chef. I'm Employee of the Month.
Sister Selene. Great Nyx.
Hey Curtis, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. No Thanatos or Meg or Dusa or Orpheus.
My faithful Eye of Night, my child. Thank you for ensuring that our realm remains secure and keeping watch above it all. I never doubted that I could count on you.
See, like, just like Achilles, Nyx's portrait is just the same portrait with shiny effects.
But Mother, had our watch been more dependable, then none of this would have transpired.
Trying times shall always come about, testing our resolve. Thus we grow strong, as do the bonds we share. Even now, I sense the powerful connection between you and the princess of the underworld.
It was my honor to work with Sister Selene Onyx. She has always been my guiding light. I'm so pleased that you could finally see each other again.
A reunion you made possible, with Hecate and the Unseen. Your services shall be remembered, O Millenoi, Princess. Now go, for there are more reunions to be had.
Thank you, Mother, and farewell for now.
I must say, I did not expect that we could ever draw you down this far, Sister Selene. I thought perhaps not even Headmistress could in all her experience.
If you are ready, little star, then let us go, lest we outstay our greetings and farewells. I am honored to have seen these halls, and to return to Shadow with you on this night in victory, not haste.
Come, Millenoi, for all the reasons that Selene says. We have a delivery that we must make besides.
Then let's be off. If only Artemis were here, this could have been a proper Silver Sisters reunion, couldn't it?
Then let us ride into the dark above. And do be careful to hold on as we depart.
They're even playing Artemis's music. And she's not here.
Farewell.
Goodbye. Goodbye, daughter.
You get to fly like this each night.
Kronos looks like a child.
If I may briefly interrupt, we have arrived at our initial destination, everyone. Olympus is not far from here.
He's just sitting there with his feet dangling.
do appreciate the ride upon your gleaming chariot, O Moon. But it is time for me to go. Perhaps my conversations with Hades have prepared me to face my other sons.
We've informed Lord Uncle Zeus of what happened and given our recommendations, though he'll have many questions for you. And ought to be expecting you by now. Remember the chance you've been given, Grandfather.
Time cannot forget, and ought never to be late. May Zeus at least permit me to assist you from here on. Knowing there were real possibilities, this all could have gone worse.
To think that the entire flow of time is fractured because of what occurred.
I would liken it more to a moment of self-discovery on my part. Despite my advanced age, it seems I did not know all that there is to know about myself. But then again, who does? Now farewell, and thank you, granddaughter.
I kind of figured we wouldn't see the conversation between Zeus and Kronos because it'd be a long cutscene and it would have to be written out really thoughtfully and kind of boring, like.
Right. Off I go.
Well, good evening.
Oh, hi.
Thought we'd drop in.
Hi.
Lord Apollo and Lady Artemis.
It's a beautiful night, Lady Selene, and you must be the esteemed witch of the Crossroads. You've trained my cousin very well indeed to have brought Kronos to our heights, still in one piece.
Fine, Apollo, I was incorrect for once. No need to boast. Melinoe, I may have wagered that you'd cut the Titan to ribbons sooner than you'd bring him here.
I know it's unimaginable, but he came here willingly, and Lord Zeus wanted to speak to him in private. Wait, does that mean you were kicked out of your house?
Well, we consider it a palace, but, no. No, we've been appointed to escort you to the Crossroads as a symbol of our family's unity, and come bearing a gift. Shall we be off?
We ride.
Here we go.
Ooh, are they gonna sing? Okay, let's enjoy the song.
Before the dawn, only dark shrouds the sky. In the east, when the sun begins to rise, shadows stretch their gloomy figures, shifting until the twilight comes now. Moonlight guides us starry-eyed and see all are one, the glowing moon and shining sun, the shadow and the light are two signs of a single golden coin that's spinning round. After dusk, when the moon starts to rise, silver rays to illuminate the night. Seas reflect her gleaming beauty, carried along the changing tides. Then dawn arrives, and just in time, repeating, all are one, the glowing moon sides of a single golden coin that's spinning round. Fate still
Oh, there's a lot more credits, I think. Chronos for the time we have. Oh no, that is the end, okay. Aw, that's cute. Did Icarus not appear though? They showed Nemesis, Eris, and Moros.
Thus was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, restored to his rightful throne alongside splendorous Persephone, the queen. The attacks upon Olympus finally ceased, and ever since, the gods governed our world with newfound care. As for the princess of the dead, Melinoe, she stayed in steady touch with all her family from the dark comfort of the shadows that had long since been her home. And she and the Silver Sisters kept their secret vigil over all the realms forevermore.
May it all turn out that way in time, Homer. Though we're not there yet, especially not with the Fates still missing. We achieved something important, but more is to be done. I said we're not finished.
Wow. And Tay, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, let's talk about the game a little bit while we have a little bit of time here. Okay, let's talk about the game. So, if you liked Hades 1, Hades 2 is basically just more of that, right? More of that. More underworld to traverse, more bosses, more weapons, more characters to meet. Basically, like, if you liked Hades 1, Hades 2 has all of that and more. Very well worth a play. Hades in general is one of my favorite roguelikes because I think they found like the perfect balance of, you know, when you go through a roguelike at the beginning, it's a little difficult, right? You're supposed to be struggling, you're supposed to die, but then you come back and you get things that carry over that make your next run easier, right? That's the essence of the roguelike. And that this game does that really well. Plus the fact that you can, you know, if you want, you can turn on God mode to make things easier. And then once you beat it, you can also choose your own difficulty by using the vows, or in the previous game, the pact. On top of that, like with any roguelike, RNG is important, but there are ways that you can curb that RNG. So even though, you know, it is random, you are able to actually specifically fish for certain things, right? Like with the keepsakes, or by picking certain combinations of certain boons, certain duo boons are more likely to appear. Like, there's ways you can curb the RNG, which is really fun because then you can actually experiment and do like really specific builds. And I think this game strikes all those balances. All the things about roguelikes that people like are perfectly struck with both of the Hades games. So on that note, very highly recommend the game. Not to mention, you know, the characters are charming, the art's nice, the music is phenomenal. Darren Korb does such a great job with all the music and the vocal tracks and everything like that. Fantastic. Between this game and the last game, I still kind of liked Zagreus a little bit more than Melanoe, by a little bit. And I can't quite put my finger on why. And I think part of it is because I feel like Zagreus' interactions with the NPCs, his friendships with the NPCs, I feel like they came out a little bit more than Melanoe's interactions with the NPCs. But again, I still have more game to go through. I did learn, just by watching other people play or by putting my ears out and listening to the winds, like in Hades 1, a lot of the side quests involving the characters, like Achilles and Patroclus and Orpheus, Eurydice, a lot of those side quests involving those side characters, or Dusa, Meg, Thanatos, they had pretty satisfying conclusions, right? I've heard through the grapevine that in this game, a lot of those side quests, which we still have yet to do because most of them are post-game, so Dora, Odysseus, Echo and Narcissus, Arachne, I'm not sure if Medea, Circe, and Dionysus have that. But a lot of these character side quests, or Hypnos, a lot of the side quests in this game, I heard, kind of end unsatisfactorily. Or end in a way that doesn't feel like you get closure. That's what I've heard. So that might be it, because maybe the side quests in this game maybe just aren't as developed as they were in the previous game. Maybe that's why the interactions Melanoe has with the NPCs in this game feel a little bit less interesting than Zagreus' relationships. Maybe that's what it is. I'll see. I'm not sure. I haven't finished everything, so I can't say for myself. Definitely between Zagreus' weapons and Melanoe's weapons, I think I prefer most of Zagreus' weapons. I feel like every weapon in Hades 1, I felt pretty comfortable using. In this game, only about half the weapons I feel comfortable using. But again, I need to practice with some of the other weapons. But maybe it's because they want to do something so different, right? Because of the first game, they already had like a sword and a spear and a gun and all that. And then so in this game, they had to come up with new different things, right? So we have like the skulls or the jetpack. Those two feel really weird to use, but I can see the potential for them being very fun. But they just feel very strange because maybe it's just because they change up the gameplay so much. I also haven't tried all the aspects in this game yet either, because the aspects will also change the way you play. So at least right now, I have like more fondness for Zagreus' weapons than Melanoe's, but it could just be for lack of practice. Otherwise, in terms of content, this game has obviously a lot more content. There's 2 paths. I think that was a huge benefit to this game. You can go Underworld or you can go Olympus, different NPCs, different environments, different enemies, different bosses. That was a really good move, because as much as I love Hades 1, you know, going through the Underworld over and over again and just fighting the same 3 bosses over and over again, even when you do the Pact of Punishment to change them up, does get a little tiring. At least here, you can mix things up, which is great. Chaos Trials, I think, is great. You can go play just one biome and do these fun pre-built builds to play upon. And that way also, if you just want to fight one specific boss, for example, you can, just by doing that one biome. You don't have to go through the entire run. So in terms of content, this game definitely has Hades 1 beat, which it should. It's the newer game. But I feel like Hades 1, I still kind of prefer the characters, at least. Even though this game has more characters. I think this game does have more characters, so there's a lot more options out there. And there's a lot of characters I find compelling and interesting in this game. Hades 1 had a smaller cast. But I think maybe the result of having a smaller cast meant that you could kind of get to know them a bit better than here, right? Because if, like here, I've done way more underworld runs than I have overworld runs because of the nature of getting the true ending, which means I have not seen Icarus as much, or Heracles as much, or Prometheus as much than the characters I do, like Scylla, right? Or Hecate, or Arachne. So that is something to kind of consider. But again, there's double the content, technically. Not to mention that we can have a frog pet in this game, which is huge. And Phrenos is so cute. This game also has a lot more currencies to manage than the first game, which is good and bad. Sometimes it feels a little overwhelming when there's like so many different things to collect, but I guess it also lends itself to the fact that you can go to Olympus or you can go to the underworld, so that's probably part of it as well. I really enjoyed this game. I'm glad I waited until the full release. Like, I could have played this game when it was in beta and then got the updates as they came, but I kind of like seeing the full thing come together all at once. Which is nice. So I really enjoyed it. I think just because of having more content to do, because of course having more content in roguelike is good, puts it slightly above Hades 1, which it should because it's a newer game, but I think I like the characters and the battle styles in Hades 1 a little bit more. Now in terms of story, Hades 1 I was actually very pleasantly surprised because obviously with the roguelike you have to find some way to justify how your character keeps dying and coming back, and how the enemies you kill keep dying and coming back, and also find a justification that after you beat the game that you have to continually keep beating the game. And I think the first game does that very cleverly. Like the whole setting with like Greek mythology works perfectly with the underworld, works perfectly with the roguelike. The idea of Zagreus becoming the like security specialist, and that's the excuse for him to go back through the underworld over and over again, is very clever. Now in this game, they went with something different, right? In this game, the antagonist, Kronos, was actually like actively antagonistic to us as compared to the first game where Hades was antagonistic, but he wasn't like actively trying to be antagonistic at every turn. So it was a little bit of a different feel here. The stakes felt a little higher here, but then also the way they wrote the ending, interesting. Clever. We'll see it when we start doing more runs after this, but clever way to have Melinoe still continue the game even after solving the problem. I think it's interesting they went with the idea that we kind of redeemed Kronos, quote unquote. A lot of people I heard didn't like the ending of this game, and I think part of it's just because they had to do so many logic shenanigans to make it work. Obviously the ending cutscene was longer, and they had to like explain things a little bit more. It worked out though, just be the whole idea of him being Kronos, Titan of Time, and then allowing us to do this like, I don't even know what to call it, fractured dimensions or fractured timelines thing, is interesting. I can see why some people wouldn't like it though. I found it interesting. Kronos is also interesting because, you know, in these games they do take liberty of the mythology. Obviously most of the characters are still mostly adherent to what their mythology is, but they take some liberties to make them fit into the game better, fit their roles better. Kronos is a very interesting case because I feel like he's the one who's gone the furthest from his original mythology, mostly just because they actually combine Kronos with Cronus, right? In Greek mythology, Cronus is usually the Titan who births Zeus and Hades and all them, and Kronos, the Titan of Time, is like a separate entity, but sometimes in some mythologies they are construed as the same being, so they kind of put them together here, and then instead of sticking with the Cronus name, they went with a Kronos name because of the whole time thing, because that's very important. But I feel like that's kind of the outlier in terms of how quote-unquote closely they follow the mythology, so I can see people coming into this game with zero knowledge of Greek mythology, coming out of this with the mistaken idea that Kronos is the father of the Olympians, which is usually not the case. It's Cronus, which is spelled differently. But I think it's a very clever use of it because I think it kind of consolidates the whole time power with also the motivation behind him as well. So I think it was a good choice, but it is kind of the biggest liberty I think they've taken, which technically is not really completely a creative liberty because there are, like I said, there are mythologies where Kronos and Cronus are construed as the same person, but I think that's just kind of interesting. I think it felt like the ending was a bit more worthwhile though because of the long cutscene and the resolution of it as well. Because I found that when Hades won, when you finish your 10 runs and then Persephone comes back to the underworld, and then the credits roll. Like, yeah, it was sweet. The music was nice, but it didn't really feel like much of an ending. It didn't feel like as much of an ending as here, where we had like 30 to 40 minutes of cutscene and talking and resolution. So it felt like the ending actually happened. It felt like there was actually a payoff, as opposed to the first game where after you clear it for the 10th time, it just feels like, oh, it's just another run, but with a credit roll. So I did like that, although it was a little bit, you know, not to say confusing, but it was like a roundabout with what they did. And I already talked about how, you know, a lot of the dialogue happens off screen, like Kronos with Zeus and Kronos with Hades and all that stuff happens off screen, but I understand why. They don't want to bore us with an hour-long cutscene of them discussing family matters, right? We know what happens in the end. He comes back to the family. So overall, fun. Not really many complaints, just comparisons to the first game, really. If you're interested in Hades 2, if you liked Hades 1, definitely recommend the game. There's still more to be had. Everyone's runs are going to be different. You know, watching different friends of mine stream this and seeing that they're going down completely different, not to say different paths, but like the different order of things they do compared to me is very fascinating, which makes this a really fun playthrough. Emergency, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's have one walk around the crossroads and talk to everyone, and then I'm going to do one run of Underworld and one run of Olympus before we end stream. But if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll probably cut it after we're done talking to everyone in the crossroads for ease of watching. First, let's go nuzzle Phrenos. This boy.
I think I forgot about you, little one. We really did it, didn't we? Mwah.
Aw, mwah. Would I recommend clearing Hades 1 completely before getting to Hades 2? I think you would definitely appreciate the game more. I feel like a lot of the ending here would probably be lost on you. Like, going back to the House of Hades and seeing everyone would have not as much effect on someone who has not played the first game. I think you should at least have finished the true ending of the first game. Maybe not the epilogue. So in the first game, the true ending is when Persephone comes back to the House of Hades. The epilogue is when you throw the party for the Olympians, and the epilogue takes longer to get to. You don't necessarily need to do it, but I think at least getting Persephone back to the House of Hades would be beneficial to you here. That being said, this game, what we just saw was considered the true ending. Like Melanoe said, we still have to find the fates. So there is an epilogue to this game, although I think the epilogue in this game is easier to get than the epilogue in the first game, although it might be easier on paper, but maybe in practice, depending on what you do, might be a little bit harder. I guess I'll tell you now, but to get the true or the epilogue of this game, you need to completely finish befriending certain characters, which is including Hecate, Moros. We can start a bond with Kronos now, so we need to finish that. Heracles, Chaos, and Prometheus, which is interesting. So of all those characters, you can give them all nectars. We can start giving Kronos nectars now that we've completed the game, but Prometheus is different because he's a boss character. You can't give him nectars. So I think the main defining factor, a lot of people say, for getting the true ending is you need to see specific dialogues from Prometheus. But that means that you just have to keep spamming the Olympus route over and over and over again to get the dialogue. And sometimes RNG dictates that you might not get his dialogue right away. So that's kind of the constraining factor. Some people say there's hidden factors to make those dialogues pop up for him more. Some people claim that you need Vow of Rivals 3 to see that dialogue, while some people claim they've never touched Vow of Rivals 3 and they've already gotten the epilogue. So I guess we'll see. However, like I said, Chaos Trials was a really good addition to this game. Some people said that you can just do a Chaos Trial from the Olympus area and just repeatedly do that. Then you don't need to do the entire Olympus run over and over again. So I guess we'll see. We might resort to that. But we also need to see Heracles. So I'll probably just do Olympus runs until we feel like we finish with that. And then we also have romance in this game. We haven't finished any of our romances yet. There's more options for romance in this game than there were in the last game. But again, I feel like the relationships in this game aren't as compelling as Hades 1. Maybe that'll change. Hey, Dora. Actually, how much nectar do I have? You want some nectar? Wait, I gotta save one for Kronos, Heracles, Icarus, for sure. So I guess I have an extra.
I'm starting to get the feeling maybe I liked this stuff back when I had eyeballs and so on.
Doesn't matter whether you liked it then. What matters is you like it now.
I also feel like Dora's supposed to be like our analog to Dusa, but it's not quite the same. Maybe it's just because Dora doesn't really interact with other characters besides Melanoe.
Hey, so what exactly happened around here? Did you complete your big important task? Because that's what I'm hearing from the other shades.
Well, for the most part, yes. My family is back. My mother and father are restored to the underworld throne, and my brother's back too. But we have many details to sort out, and the Titan Kronos is going to be assisting us with that.
The Titan you said you were going to slay this whole time. Assisting us. Hate to say it, Mel, but sounds to me like you totally blew it. At least the Titan part.
He's no longer himself, or rather, no longer the way he used to be, and we'll be closely watching him.
Sure. So then, congratulations are in order, basically?
Well, if you like.
I do. Congratulations, Mel.
Well, thank you, Dora.
What an accomplishment.
Let me see. The Fates. They're out there still.
Oh, so this one changed. Oh no, this one, instead of Melanoe save us, it's Melanoe remember us. We commend your accomplishment, though remain indisposed and cannot say where. Speak not of this until our emissary says the words you often did. Investigate the underworld and Olympus. So it's kind of vague how to get the epilogue, but as you do more, this should reveal. Oh, I also got the Arachne achievement.
My sisters have keen interest in skilled weavers of all sorts. Your task is finally complete. Perhaps the Fates knew you'd succeed, but I couldn't always be certain, although I held to what could be considered hope.
And your support made it possible, Lord Moros. For one thing, if you hadn't intervened when I was trying to reach the surface, Typhon might have reduced Olympus to ruin.
Doom averted. We children of Nyx have already heard that Mother is no longer bound in Tartarus. You have our deepest gratitude. Certainly mine. Well then, what happens now?
I suppose I ought to go make certain everything's in order. My father started renovations to the underworld when I volunteered to help clean up. The surface needs it too.
Then it sounds like I may see you again soon?
Absolutely. There's more still to be done.
Eris, when will you learn to clean up after yourself? Artemis isn't here. I mean, I guess she's off riding in the sky with Selene.
It isn't so trouble. The Chrono stuff I'm hearing, he's really calling it quits? And he let Nyx and everybody off? What did you do to him?
Working with my brother in a bygone time, we flooded our grandfather's mind with a cascade of new memories of the family he then realized he always had, creating in him a profound and sudden change. Why? What's your concern?
That's a very succinct description of exactly what happened.
My concern is that you ruined everything. So now we'll all have peace and harmony, joyful reunions, apologies, promises to never let this type of thing happen again? Ugh!
Have you met our families, Eris? It's never that simple.
It better not be, or I'll never forgive you.
We don't want to put Strife out of a job. Hey Jinju, welcome in. Let's have a quick run through of our nights so far. I don't like that the Chaos Trials count as a night, but it makes sense. Oh, I like the other one said in perfect health, so it records if you end up with like full HP at the end. That's kind of cool. I don't like that it records all the ones that where I just died from the Chthonic curse. Like these ones where I just died from like after spending a minute and a half on the surface. Like it makes sense. It technically counts as a run, but it's like I spent 9 runs just going up there getting bronze. Actually, I'll hide my model so we can see this one. You can see I really lean towards the Hestia builds. Okay, let's go talk to everyone else.
Lenore.
How are you faring lately, Headmistress? You've been, well, more reserved than I expected since the House of Hades. You said we'd speak more later.
How soon later turns to now. Look, Lenore, I ought be in a more celebratory mood given what you finally achieved. I am, above all, very proud of you. But being back at the house awakened memories that ought to remain dormant.
Even though you got to see Mother and Father again, and Nyx. They were so grateful to you, I could tell. I am so grateful to you. Things may not have gone precisely as we planned, but the result is what we sought, isn't it?
You refer to Kronos. I long to see that wretch destroyed. My heart remains poisoned by the thought. I am attempting still to draw that poison out. Do give me time.
I remember you once told me that destroying Kronos would not change the past, and that the pain would linger.
And I was probably correct. Yet we cannot help but reassess the turns our lives take, through our own choices and otherwise. Anyhow, are you prepared to carry on?
Nearly so. Retracing my steps should be interesting.
Of that, I have no doubt.
So part of the epilogue also involves Hecate as well. So we'll get some closure on that too.
What's to be done?
I think I might need to do one more run in order to unlock Vow of Rivals 4. I really want this one though, but I'm low on wool. And I need garlic. And poppies.
Should be of use.
Ooh, the pro jelly gives me a lot of bones. Yeah, sure, I'll treat myself to an ambrosia. Or rather, I'll treat someone else to an ambrosia later. I don't really specifically need Fate Fabric now. Maybe I should order some moon dust.
Could use this.
Nemesis, what do you have to say?
Finally back from your father's house. Was Hecate all right? After the Titan got her, I ought to have taken guard duty more seriously and won't soon forgive myself is all.
Headmistress would only want for you to learn from it. I half wonder if she let herself be taken just to get closer to our mark. Perhaps go speak with her.
Yeah. And what of Kronos? Heard he isn't really dead and gone. How come everybody's cheering for you then?
He's dead and gone in the sense that we have neutralized the threat he posed. I now shall have to grow accustomed to having him as a grandfather, rather than a hated foe.
Don't see why he can't be both. This was never part of the task, and not like you to stray from the objective. We sure this supposedly neutralized Titan of Time is to be trusted?
Headmistress sealed his strongest powers just in case. At any rate, we did it, Nem.
Then how come you look like you're headed out again? Heard there's still more time-related business to sort out.
Well, yes, but...
Then we're not done.
All hail the princess of the underworld. You found a path to victory and got us there. Wouldn't have been much of a plan if it didn't leave room to improvise. Of course, our plan now also has this other phase as a result.
Cleaning up after Kronos. We all thought I would get rid of him. But I found another way. One I think shall leave my family better off. If not the rest of the world, eventually.
I well and truly understand, Goddess, and do believe your choice was wise. As for what's next, everything is ready for you to proceed if and when you are.
Eliminating real possibilities that we could have failed. Ensuring time flows freely forth, as Kronos puts it. I don't quite know what to expect, But the change we're fighting for won't happen overnight. What do you make of it?
My personal opinion is it doesn't hurt to try. To the extent you had other matters to resolve, consider it an opportunity to do so. And we'll always be anticipating your return.
Then let's give it a go.
I also just realized we didn't come across Hades in our last run. Like, we didn't come across his room. I would have liked to see what he would have said after we slayed Typhon. But oh well. Hey Cole, welcome in.
Still asleep. My memories of you from that potential past I experienced in the House of Hades. You were so different, Lord Hypnos. Who are you truly? And how can I finally get through to you? All grown up. Gaia's bounty.
Ooh, I did get another poppy.
Grow and flourish.
Ooh, maybe I'll plant 2 mystery seeds. We'll see what we get. Oh, something new's over here.
Our gift from Olympus looks good by Father's Fountain.
The sun and moon, two sides forming a whole, a newfound symbol of the union twixt Olympus and the underworld, and a gift to the crossroads from the gods themselves.
Lord Hephaestus must have crafted this himself.
Oh, it's like a little, like a moon with the sun. That's cute. Well, yeah, Skelly also didn't appear in the credits, but he's kind of an outlier.
All right, time to put Grandfather's theories to the test. Only question is where to begin.
Regroup with Kronos both above and below.
All hail our victorious princess of the underworld!
Greetings, and heed well the commander.
The little mischievous imp face.
Rousing tales of your great accomplishment preceded you, young one, and I am here to heap still further praise. Great job back there with all the Kronos stuff.
Thank you very much, Commander. Though, what are you still doing here? I kept expecting you'd return to your honorary post at the house, but eventually I had to depart.
Well, you are not exactly done with everything, are you? I see you eyeballing the gateways out, wondering what's gonna happen now. So as long as you are here, so am I.
So then you're sworn to us. To me.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
I would have liked to see Skelly reunite with Zagreus and see what he says. Okay, sweet. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to cut the video here as a good place to end it. But if you're watching this on Twitch right now, we are going to continue. I want to do at least one Underworld and one Olympus run to see what has changed, because they're alluding to it, but we haven't actually seen it yet. And we're also going to encounter Kronos and see how things have changed. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.